Welcome to Maverick Marketing Radio, a show designed to help you achieve financial and life success while impacting the world with your products and services. Each week, get insight, tips, and strategies to level up your marketing and grow your business. So kick back, relax, and let's jump into the show. Here's your host, Dan Liu.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Maverick Marketing Radio. I am your host, Dan Liu, and in today's episode, we're going to continue talking about sales funnels and whether or not you should build your own or you should hire someone. Now, the answer to that question is that it really depends on your resources. Now, do you have time or do you have money? Do you have both or do you have neither? Building a high converting funnel has lots of parts and components to it that you really have to consider and focus on. So it's not just about putting together some pages, calling it a funnel, and then expecting it to work. So in the previous episode, I talked about the three main components of a sales funnel, which to recap is your copy, your offer, and your design. So if you want to learn more about each component, make sure to go back and listen to that episode. But when building a sales funnel, you have to think about the whole ecosystem, meaning you have to have the right lead magnet, the right email campaign, and then having a strong follow-up process, and then your strong funnel as well. When it comes to having the right lead magnet, the whole point of that is making sure that your lead magnet is positioning yourself or your business in a way that increases the chances that somebody buys your product or service. So you have to think a little bit broader and not just about what you're offering in your sales funnel, but what you're offering at the very beginning when somebody is first introduced to you as a business, because that sets them up to have the right mindset. And then also if it's a lead magnet that helps them get a result, that's significantly going to improve the chance that somebody actually chooses to buy because you've already demonstrated your knowledge or you've already helped them in some way. When it comes to having the right email campaign, understand that when most people go into a sales funnel, it's because they're coming from an email campaign. Now, there are funnels out there that have people become leads and then will make them an offer right away. But for the most part, people are going to be going into sales funnels or a checkout process from an email. So your emails are extremely important as well because they also, like your lead magnet, position somebody mentally in the right way to make sure that when they actually get to your sales page, they're primed for buying what it is that you're offering. So having that process from beginning to end is extremely important and part of this entire ecosystem. And so it's not just about, the 2 pages or the 3 pages that make up your actual sales process. You have to look beyond that. Now, if you were to hire someone to build out your whole ecosystem for you, it would likely cost thousands depending on their skill level, their past experience, and even where they're from. So if you hire people from overseas, of course, it's going to be much cheaper. If you're not in that position where you can afford to spend thousands of dollars on having somebody build the system for you, then you have to learn the skill. Now, really quick to go back, I likely wouldn't hire somebody for thousands of dollars unless you already had a reliable source of traffic, meaning you already, let's say, have a platform where you're getting traffic to maybe a website, or you have an email list, or you have somebody that is already has an audience basically. Because like I mentioned, there are a lot of components that determine the success of your funnel. So if you're just starting out, you don't want to invest that amount of money up front. My opinion is that it's better to learn the skill, because either way, down the road, you're going to need to learn about funnels so that if you want to make tweaks down the road and not rely purely on an outside party, then you're going to need to know, how to write some copy, how to design it, how to make the right offer, and so on. Now, learning the skills about how to not only build the sales funnel, but also build out your ecosystem is not extremely hard if you have the right templates and the right guidance and the right foundation to take as much of the guesswork out as possible. So there's a combination of things, like I mentioned in the other episode, of being able to write effective copy, making sure you write the right or have the right content, as well as write it in a way that gets somebody to actually understand what you write and then build that desire for your product or service. And then you also have to make sure you have the right design, meaning the right flow and the sequencing and the right use of images and colors to bring everything together and really build a solid funnel that helps you build your brand, builds authority, and increases the chance that somebody actually buys your product or service. So if you're looking for help with your messaging, if you're looking for the map to helping you sell your products and services online in this ecosystem, make sure to go to themodularmarketingmethod.com. I put together some resources to help you really be able to clarify your marketing message, because that to me is one of the biggest components, no matter what you're selling, whether it's on your website, in your emails, in your sales funnels. It comes back to your ability to have the right messaging. And if you can do that, if you can nail that down, you'll significantly increase the chance that people become leads and ultimately become customers. So again, to grab that toolkit and those resources, go to themodularmarketingmethod.com. All right, so thanks so much for listening to this episode, and hopefully it helped you kind of decide whether or not it's worth it to build your own funnels or to hire it out. So to quickly recap, again, it's going to depend on your resources of time and money, and as well as your skill level, and even whether or not you have a reliable source of traffic or an audience. So learning the skills isn't super hard, again, if you have the right template and the right guidance. But if you're in a position where you'd rather be hands-off, then you can expect to pay at least a few $1,000s to have your email campaign set up, your landing pages, and your overall sales funnel and your follow-up processes. All right, again, thanks so much for listening to this episode. Until the next time, keep creating and building the business and life of your dreams. Until then, take care.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Maverick Marketing Radio. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes to take your marketing, business, and life to the next level. If you know someone that would find value from this episode, please share it with them. Also, check out the description below or visit maverickmarketingstudio.com to get your free marketing toolkit for entrepreneurs and other resources to help you grow your company. That's maverickmarketingstudio.com. And subscribe to the show on Apple and Spotify to get episodes delivered to your mobile device. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep creating the business and life of your dreams.